Hi, uh, I'm Larry. I'm the CEO of RIDWAN Indonesia. For those of you who haven't heard about us, it's not your fault, right? You're not my target market, right? Uh, First, I would like to thank you all, for letting me speak here. Uh, Especially me and the team at Net1 have been working on this thing for the past 3 years. And it's really an honor to be able to speak here in front of you guys, all marketers, and to share what we've experienced for the past 3 years, especially when it comes to rural and how we try to digitalize rural with the infrastructure and going forward with all these fast games and all the application. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the market, right? I've been talking to a lot of people for the past 3 years about rural. Well, I guess what? The definition of rural, it varies. It depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to government people, it's a different set of definition. Talking to a sociology, different set of definition. But coming from a telecommunication background, we tend to relate our categorization based on the network build up, right? And the most important thing or metrics in the categorization is population and density of the population. So just to keep the discussion in a clear framework, the right-hand box down there is what Net1 Indonesia defined rural as. The numbers is basically the density, population per kilometer square. And we are working from an area where the area with population 500 population and below. Just to give you a little bit of context, we are here in Jakarta. Jakarta is 15,000 people per kilometer square. So you can sort of feel the gap, the difference. By the way, an average density in Indonesia is 130 people per kilometer square. It's such a big country. And guess what? The size is not bad. The size of the people that are living in the rural is quite big. 45% of the people, as of now, are still living in those categorization of rural, right? The second thing that I would like to highlight from the market is this preconception idea and prehistoric idea. If you talk to especially the old people, that people in the rural are poor. Well, for me and for people at Net1 Indonesia, it's true, but it's not necessarily correct. Uh, According to our beloved Minister of Village Development, Pak Eko, for the past 4 years, 2014 to 2018, the income per capita of rural people has grown from 500,000 rupiah to a million. And he's expecting this trend to go up even higher due to this, rapid development, infrastructure development that the Jokowi's administration is doing right now. Number two, also because of, some of you might have heard, the direct subsidy and the direct budget called Dana Desa directly to the village. And this has created an enormous impact in the economic of the rural, right? Just to, spice it up a little bit, our ARPU is an indicator of revenue per user of a telco, right now is at about 270,000 rupiah to 300,000 rupiah. Just to give, and I think, this is an opportunity for us, to go after that piece of market, yeah? The third thing that I would like to talk about the market is the opportunities. We are essentially a telco operators, and, we've been looking at the data that is going through our traffic and try to compare, in each category, whether it's social media, banking, e-commerce, whatever categories, and try to compare the different usage behavior between the rural and the urban. And guess what? This is just a very high level view. Like, for example, let's take social media. When we look at the behavior of social media for the urban user, you can see that they tend to be more fragmented than the rural. They know more brands. While the rural, it's still very limited. It's Facebook and YouTube. That's it, right? So this gap is for me is an opportunity for any new brands like yourself to basically look at this market. Before I go on, I would like to take you to a digital journey to a village called Lanobake. Okay, Lanobake is a village in the district atau kecamatan of Batukara. There's about 4 villages there, a total population of 2,500. Yeah, with a density of lower than 50. Okay, the typical journey, the traditional journey, if you want to go there, is basically you would have to take a flight from Jakarta to Kendari. It's a 3-hour flight. And then you would need to take a boat of 3 hours to Pulau Muna, and then take another ferry of 1 hour, and then drive to that village. The total, if you calculate that, that's an 8-hour total, if you're lucky. If you're lucky, right? Nobody gets that lucky that they have a continuous trip. You can take normally 15 hours. This is Jakarta to London, guys. Okay? But, I have a video that will show you the village and what we've been doing there.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Nur Slamet. Saya berdomisili di Desa Lanobake, Kecamatan Batukara, Kabupaten Muna. Profesi saya sebagai guru honorer di salah satu SMP di Kecamatan Batukara. Saya juga membuka usaha kecil-kecilan di kampung kami, usaha kios sembako. Jadi alhamdulillah sekarang di kios saya bisa mengakses internet, di mana yang selama ini di kampung kami sangat susah untuk mengakses internet. Berbagai upaya dan informasi yang kami dapatkan bahwa memang daerah kami, khususnya desa kami, tidak bisa terjangkau oleh fasilitas internet. Olehnya itu, dengan hadirnya RIDWAN Indonesia sangat membantu desa kami dalam hal pelayanan internet, di mana teman-teman selama ini yang tadinya mengirim data itu harus ke kota. Dan sekarang alhamdulillah dengan hadirnya RIDWAN Indonesia, kami tidak perlu lagi ke kota, kami bisa mengirim data di kampung kami. Selama ini kami selalu mengeluh bahwa jaringan di kampung kami setengah mati. Ya. Karena di kampung kami ini istilahnya di sini GSM. Sedikit mati. HP harus ditaruh satu tempat, diletakkan satu tempat. Kalau bergeser sedikit pasti mati. Ya, itulah masalah-masalah kelam kami selama ini. Terima kasih RIDWAN Indonesia. Semoga RIDWAN Indonesia bisa berjaya terus memberikan pelayanan internet di desa-desa pelosok, umumnya di negara Republik Indonesia. Terima kasih.
For those of you who are non-bahasa speaker, let me just give a quick summary. So that one was Pak Slamet. Pak Slamet is a teacher at the Desa Lanobake. He has a small grocery store. He is very happy with us being there. He's now happy that he can do all the banking transaction online before he needs to go to the nearest city, which is 2-3 hours away to get data. And, ever since we are there, the people has become very, very happy about the presence, and they become more productive, especially when it comes to data. See, my team suggests me, let's take more risk. Let's just go there live, right? I must warn you, this is something that any telco provider will try to avoid every time, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to try a video call with Pak Slamet live. So it's nothing fancy. It's just a WhatsApp video call. See, I told you it's high risk. I blame it on the internet here, not the village. Hang on. Bang Slamet, is it? Sorry ya, technical error. Halo. Selamat sore, Pak Slamet.
Selamat sore Pak, selamat sore.
Ya, Pak Slamet say halo dulu ke semua orang. Bagaimana kondisi Lanobake, Pak Slamet?
Ya Alhamdulillah Pak, sejak adanya RIDWAN di kampung saya ini, akses internet sekarang di kampung kami sudah bisa Pak.
Luar biasa.
Sudah sangat terbantu di sini Pak. Masyarakat di sini merasa terbantu Pak dengan hadirnya RIDWAN di kampung kami Pak.
Siap. Terima kasih banyak Pak Slamet, saya nggak punya waktu banyak, nanti kita telepon lagi Pak. Terima kasih, selamat sore.
Ya baik Pak. Sore Pak, sore.
Untung bisa. Sorry. Where is the clicker? So for most of us, in fact, here, I mean that video call, it's something normal. You know, what's the big deal about it, right? But put it in the context of the journey that I told you about. He's in the middle of nowhere. You know, this is something that can open up a new possibilities in that market, right? I mean, if things like video call can be done just like that, think about what you're doing, right? Any application, any games, you know, it's basically accessible now in the rural, right? So, of course, when we're doing this, a lot of challenges in the process, right? I would categorize the challenge into one: demographic. Indonesia is big. I've never realized that Indonesia is that big until I took this job. This 1.9 million square kilometer of land, right? Not just that. We've got people living in the hills, different islands, you know, 15,000, 17,000 islands, depending on who you talk to. It's big, right? Number two, the challenge in infrastructure. Yes, the government has been doing a lot of things in the infrastructure, but there's still more to be done, right? Lack of roads, as you can see, you know, lack of electricity in the village. In Jakarta, we take it for granted, but once you go into those areas, then you can appreciate electricity more. Lack of sewer system, so when it rains, that's our team there, you know, they can barely move, right? Number three is the people. By the people, I meant the education level, the culture. There's still lots of village who rejects technology, guys. And this is in Java. I won't name the village, but they still reject the presence of technology. So this is something that we have to work on, and we continuously working on at Net1 Indonesia, yeah. So with all those challenges, however, thanks to our 450 technologies, I won't bore you with the technologies as of now, but we have technologies that allows us to go and expand and reach the customer in those villages efficiently, right? So far, we have been in every big islands of Indonesia, almost all the province. I think it's all the province by now. Out of 80,000 villages in Indonesia, we have covered 40,000 villages. And we have 160,000 subscribers. No big deal, but this is 160,000 rural core subscribers, yeah? And close to 10,000 distribution footprints in those villages. And with the technology also, we are able to bring the proposition that makes sense. I'm running out of time. Okay, so you know, we started off with the normal, you know, internet for home, which prepaid model, something that they can afford to. And then for the rest of the village is we're creating this kiosk Wi-Fi. The idea of a kiosk Wi-Fi is like internet cafe. You know, 1,000 rupiah, 5,000 rupiah, you get the internet. Where at the same time we're putting in, you know, a digital some simple digital product which is PPOB there. And you know, going forward, the intention is, that's why I'm speaking here, so that all the digital products can utilize this. Yeah. The challenge also can be overcome by the footprint. You know, we've got very hardworking, passionate people out there at Net1 who are willing to do this 15-hour trip on a daily basis, right? And to make sure the proposition is delivered. And also this mom and pop shop, internet cafe, you know, who are willing to be our mitra and willing to convey our message, right? Okay, it's a little bit of insight after what we've doing so far. They use internet, as you can see on the right-hand side there, mostly are YouTube and Facebook. A little bit in the suburban side, they use Instagram. They do lots of chat and video call through WhatsApp. The young ones like to play games. But there is a very small, insignificant e-commerce transaction. I guess that makes sense, you know, because of the logistic and everything, you know, so this is an opportunity for us. We also notice the behavior, the different behavior in terms of usage. If you see the urban, the peak traffic usually comes after 7 p.m. to 11 at night. It's normal because we have this 9 to 5 work. People in the rural, they tend to have lots of time, right? So this is the average usage they use internet for in a day, almost 4 hours in a day average. Okay, as a closing, now that you know we have brought the infrastructure to the rural, you know, the hope is for you, you know, for all the brands to bring and to support the ecosystem in the rural. Thank you. Salam Net1.
Thank you very much, Bapak Lari RIDWAN.